Hi, I'm James Rogers. Today, I'm going to talk about the common female names in English-speaking countries. I'm going to give you the top 75 that often occur in the US, Canada, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand, give you alternative spellings and nicknames for each when they exist. Before I get into the list, let me explain a bit about why I made it. Knowing the common names of the people who speak a language is common knowledge for fluent speakers. They are learned in school because classmates and teachers have them, by knowing your neighbors' names, and via family and friends. However, this is usually not taught in ESL classrooms or textbooks. So many students lack this basic knowledge when they go abroad. This can lead to embarrassing situations such as mispronouncing a very common name, and it also shows a lack of international experience. So I set out to do a research project to choose names to teach. I looked at data from the most common names in the US, Canada, the UK, Ireland, Australia, and New Zealand, and I made a master list of the top 75 that occur often in all the countries. I hope the information I will provide is useful for you. Okay, let's get into the list. I'm going to say the name and any nicknames that exist so you can confirm the pronunciation. Abigail, Abby, Allison, Allie, Amanda, Amy, Angela, Ange, Angie, Anna, Anne, Annie, Anne, Annie, Ashley, Ash, Brenda, Carol, Caroline, Carol, Carolyn, Carol, Catherine, Kat, Kathy, Kathleen, Kat, Kathy, Charlotte, Chloe, Christine, Chris, Chrissy, Claire, Cynthia, Synth, Deborah, Deb, Debbie, Donna, Elizabeth, Liz, Lizzie, Beth, Emily, M, Emma, M, Fiona, Hannah, Heather, Jacqueline, Jack, Jackie, Jane, Janet, Jan, Jennifer, Jen, Jenny, Jessica, Jess, Joan, Joanne, Joe, Julia, Julie, Julie, Karen, Kate, Katie, Kelly, Kel, Kimberly, Kim, Kimmy, Laura, Lauren, Lily, Lil, Linda, Lynn, Lisa, Lise, Madison, Maddie, Margaret, Peggy. Okay, so I'll give a little information about this one because you're probably a little confused, right? Most people don't know the origin of how the nickname Peggy came from Margaret. Um, I actually had to look it up. Everybody knows this nickname, you know? So someone will say, "Hi, my name's Margaret, but please call me Peggy." And you might be really confused if you don't know that that's a common nickname. Um, some information on the internet said that a nickname was Maggie for Margaret, and then Maggie became Peggy somehow over time. It's kind of like the male names such as Henry has the nickname Hank, or Robert became Robbie, and then Bobby and Bob, and so on. So every once in a while we have these kind of strange nicknames, but you should be familiar with them because everyone knows them. But most people don't know, you know, the origin. They just know that it exists. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the list. Maria, Marie, Mary. Okay, so all three of those are connected. This is originally a religious name, so comes from Europe, as most names do. But this is the mother of Jesus, Mary. So just like with male names such as Noah and, you know, James, Saint James, Saint John, many of the names that are common come from the Bible. It seems like more of them are for males, and for females we have more cute sounding names, such as names that come from flowers, such as Lily, or names that come from the names of birds and things like that. So anyway, that's where this name comes from, and that's why it's popular. Okay, back to the list. Megan, Meg, Melissa, Mel, Mia, Michelle, Nancy, Nance. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop here for a second and explain a little bit. So I listed some nicknames, and some of these are mostly just spoken. Not all of them, but most people wouldn't sign a letter Nance. Maybe some would, but it looks a little strange. So this one is just spoken. Most of these can be written, but every once in a while you have to be careful. Sometimes it can only be spoken. This one is probably not written too much. Okay, back to the list. Nicole, Nick, Nikki, Pamela, Pam, Patricia, Pat, Patty, Rachel, Rach, Rebecca, Becca, Becky, Robin, Samantha, Sam, Sammy, Sandra, Sandy, Sarah, Sharon, Sophia, Sophie, Stephanie, Steph, Susan, Sue, Susie, Suzanne, Sue, Susie, Tanya, Tiffany, Tiff, Tracy, Trace. That's another one that wouldn't be written probably, mostly just spoken, because there's a different meaning to the word trace. So it might look a little strange to sign a name of a letter like that. So depends on the person though. Anyway, back to the list. Vanessa, Victoria, Vicky, Virginia. Okay, that's it. Good luck studying, everyone.